Shalom, shalom. Giving our praise to the Most High God in the name of His Son, Hamashiach Yahushua. We are the battle axes of the Most High, coming to you with another start first of the week class, first of the week breakdown to start your week off good. And the name of this class is Angry Black Man and Angry Black Woman. We know that stereotype has been placed on us. It ain't for no good reason. Yeah, we angry. We got a right to be angry. But the Bible teaches us that we need to control that anger, control our spirit. And we say angry black man, angry black woman, is when one of these other nations wronged us. Or somebody, we so tired of being wronged to where we lash out immediately. Well, as Israelites, we're supposed to grow to be wiser and learn to deal with situations better. So it ain't that we ain't supposed to be angry, but we're supposed to control that thing. That's right. Let's start off with Ecclesiastes 7:7. Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 7. They should do when we get out on street corners and we speaking up, they like to say we angry. That's right. Why y'all so angry? Why y'all so mad? Well, let's see why.
Listen up, Israel. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7 and verse 7. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad.
What does the Bible say, y'all?
Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad.
Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad. A lot of our people are angry and mad because we being oppressed. That's right. Whether we know we being oppressed or whether we understand as like us as Israelites understand the situation that we going through is because we break the law, statutes, and commandments, or our people who don't understand that. We are upset because we tired of being oppressed. Mm-hmm. We tired of Habib and them running all the corner stores and Mama Kim and them running all of the restaurants and the beauty supplies and the washaterias and donut shops. And then they got the nerves to have attitude problems with us. Mm-hmm. So we lash out, and in turn, they call us angry black man or angry black man. That's right. When we on a job and they trying to mistreat us or do us wrong, and we ain't taking it, they want to call us angry black man or angry black woman. That's right. And in turn, they use that to try to manipulate us because they think that they can, if they make a black person mad, then they gonna make them go off the deep end, and we got them, and they gonna use that against us.
That's right.
So as we grow in this truth, we understand that we got to control our spirit, and we got to control the way that we handle different situations in this world. So let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 28 and 37.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations whither the Lord shall lead thee.
Read that again. What did the Bible say?
And thou shalt become a proverb, Slakia, and thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations whither the Lord shall lead thee.
So the Bible, this is one of the curses that was set upon us. It said, thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations. An astonishment when they see us in the condition that we in. They say, how can them blacks be over here in America so long, but they can't get ahead, or they ain't got no education, or they don't own a house, because they don't understand the oppression that we are going through in this country. And anytime that I talk to one of these heathens, I break it down to them. You don't understand the slavery that we went through. Then they're trying to, well, y'all want to still go off slavery. Yeah, because our Bible tells us to remember the days of old. That's right. That's what everybody else do, remember the days of old for them. But when it comes to us, they don't want to remember the days of old, or even the present, or how we getting treated in this place. So that's an astonishment to them. A proverb. If the niggas love watermelon, want to hide something from a nigga, put it in a book. Those old type of sayings that's going around us.
Chicken.
And niggas love chicken.
That's right.
Chicken and beer. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That's a proverb. And then a byword. Nigga. Oh, a proverb also is the angry black man, angry black woman.
Mm-hmm.
Then they call us niggas,
That's right.
coons, all this different stuff. This is part of the curse. And it said, among all nations where the Lord shall lead thee. Not some of the nations, all of them think like this about us. It don't matter if it's a Hamite or if it's a Moabite.
Mm-hmm.
They all thinking the same way about us. And no matter how dirty and nasty they are, or how filthy or abominable they are, they got the audacity to look at us a certain way. How can a Moabite, a Chinese, have the audacity to look at us any type of way when they eating cats and dogs? Boy, that's some nerve, boy.
Yeah.
How could Edomites got the nerve to say anything about us and they eat raw meat and sleep with their dogs and let them kiss them in their mouth? You know what I'm saying? But they got the nerve to say stuff about us that we wouldn't even fathom doing. That's disgusting to us.
Mm-hmm.
But that's a curse that's on us, because that all the other nations turn around, they gonna forget the stuff that they doing, but we gonna look at them blacks and we gonna point out everything on them.
Mm-hmm.
Among all nations where he leads. So these are stereotypes, what they call them today,
Mm-hmm.
that they done put on us. And the stereotype that we tackling on today is the angry black man and the angry black woman. Yes, we are angry, but the Bible said, "Be angry and sin not." Let's get Sirach chapter 19 and verse 16, because we gonna have to understand on how to deal with our anger as being Israelites in this truth. We can't handle it the same way. If we still getting angry the same way that we did when we was in the world, then we not showing growth. If we still getting angry when we know what's going on around here, as opposed to when we didn't,
Right.
we understand that these people hate us. We ain't looking for them to be our friends. So we should be handling situations differently than we was handling them in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And this go for myself also. This class helped me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, we ready to pop off at any moment, especially on some disrespect. It ain't saying that we ain't supposed to handle situations accordingly, but we supposed to think first before we go about going off. Because it's just like the physical and the spiritual. Yeah, physically you might hurt them right then, but if we handle this thing spiritually, the Most High gonna hurt them in the long run. He gonna hurt them worse than what we could do. So it's the same thing as controlling our mouth. Yeah, we might go off on them right then,
Mm-hmm.
but then like I'll give you a situation that happened to me. I bought something from a place. We agreed on the price, but I paid, and the person ended up putting the higher price than what we agreed on.
Mm-hmm.
But I had signed the receipt. So when I left, I realized that they charged me the higher price.
Right.
So I went back. Now, if I would have went off on the lady, them people could have been like, you know what? You already signed it. We ain't got to do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But instead, I remember the class that I did, and I came in there more peacefully.
Yeah.
And the dude went on and gave my money.
Mm-hmm.
And that just showed me right then. Even though we had it, but me and this woman talked, and she still made the mistake of overcharging, whether she did it on purpose or on accident. If I would have went in there running like the Lone Ranger, ready to guns blazing,
Mm-hmm.
they'd be like, see, that's an angry black man right there. And then they could have had the right to say, we not giving them nothing. You signed it before. You ain't have to sign this.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
But that was just an example of my own situation.
And and this is why the Most High God commanded us to keep His laws, statutes, and commandments, and noted that it was for our good.
Mm-hmm.
That if we do what He tell us to do, things gonna come out well for us more times than not.
That's right. Let's read that. Sirach 19 and verse 16.
The book of Sirach, chapter 19 and verse 16. There is one that slippeth in his speech, but not from his heart.
There is one that slippeth from his speech, but not from his heart, like one of us.
Mm-hmm.
We may go out there slipping our speech, but in our heart, we know what's the truth. We know what we're supposed to do. We know what we really mean.
That's right.
So we may go off and pop off in a moment. That's where being emotional come into play.
Mm-hmm.
They like to take advantage of our emotions.
Mm-hmm.
So when we being too emotional, they able to flick that trigger on us, and we gonna let them have it.
Yeah.
And we gonna let something slip out. And either like when you dealing with the police, you get too emotional with them, they let you know. You had the right to remain silent. Anything you say may be used against you in the court of law. But you all emotional, you just popping off at the mouth, he just jotting all this down. Are you gonna do what? Okay, he said he gonna do. He gonna kick my butt. All this different stuff. Now you got charges up on you because you couldn't control your mouth.
The young man that got killed in Atlanta, what was a day or two ago or whatever, had he been using this blueprint that the Most High God had given us, that wouldn't have happened. That wouldn't have, it wouldn't have went that way right there.
No.
He was brother was all out of the spirit. It's bad what happened to him, but you know, when we already know how these police and stuff are out here. So you have to, the best way for us to deal with them when we in captivity over here, we got to be doing what the Most High God told us to do. We can't be out there trying to fight them on they home turf with a spirit just like theirs. It's not gonna work.
It's not.
And that's why it ended, and it keeps happening. Right on the heels of what happened to George Floyd. This man's body ain't even cold yet. I mean, he's been in the grave what, about a week, and now another brother already got shot down.
But look at the thing. That we don't follow the blueprint, brother out here intoxicated, right?
Yep.
You done got too drunk.
Sleep in the car.
Now, true enough, the brother was in his car asleep.
Is that a
not
crime?
even driving?
Right.
Not even driving.
Right.
But as an Israelite, should we be somewhere drunk in the parking lot?
No, absolutely not.
That's a violation.
That's
we know
violation.
Clear cut. We shouldn't even be drunk.
Right.
So he was part. I seen the conversation that they had before the whole altercation started. He shouldn't even been talking.
Right.
That's what talking too much. He was drunk. The cop is trying to entrap him. But you're talking too much. Then when it come down to the come down, bro, we already know ain't no sense of resisting the forces because we see it's either you're gonna go to jail and fight whatever the charge is, or they finna kill you.
Yeah.
So I'll read this for me right quick, and we're gonna go back to that. Go to Baruch chapter 4 and verse 25. Ain't no sense of fighting. If you in their grass, you're not finna get away.
Read 4 and what?
25.
The book of Baruch, chapter 4 and verse 25. My children suffer patiently in wrath.
What did the Bible say? My
children suffer patiently the wrath that is come upon you from God.
The Lord says suffer patiently. He don't know that we being punished. We know that we being punished.
That's right.
Where we at right now, we in here for heaven. We in here in hell. We in captivity. So he said, what up?
My children suffer patiently the wrath that is come upon you from God.
From who?
From God.
He said, suffer patiently the wrath that has come upon you from the Most High God.
That's right.
Read on.
For thine enemy had persecuted thee.
What did they do?
For thine enemy had persecuted thee.
He telling us what's happening to us right now.
Yep.
He telling us patient. Your enemies have persecuted thee. They persecuting us right now.
That's right.
Read on.
But shortly thou shalt see his destruction.
You gonna do what up?
Thou shalt see his destruction and shalt tread upon his neck.
We gonna do what?
Shall tread upon his neck.
But the Lord told us to suffer patiently.
That's right.
Here is the patience of the saints. If we in a situation, we sure don't need to be trying to fight. Bro, you already in a losing situation.
That's right.
They up on you. So I watch it. If you follow the blueprint, what the Lord set for us, you can't resist the powers that be because they are ordained by the Most High God. So when he fought them, that's all they need. Wow.
And even though
they said he made a threatening motion towards them.
Right. Yep. And even though bruh he shouldn't have been drinking and driving and sleeping in the car somewhere, even when they came up on him, if he just would have obeyed the laws of the land, obeyed their commands, been meek and humble as he could, what's the worst that can happen? You're gonna go to jail, you'll be out in 24 hours.
That's it.
That's it. So
It ain't even worth fighting about.
Yeah, for real.
It's many of people that got DUIs and then got me still live to see it to tell the story.
Yeah, you sleep in the car anyway. You may as well go on the
and that's the thing. That's what you can fight.
Right.
But anyway, let's go back to Sirach 19 and 16.
The book of Sirach, chapter 19 and verse 16. There is one that slippeth, there is one that slippeth in his speech, but not from his heart. And who is he that had not offended with his tongue?
Who is he that has not offended with his tongue? We all have offended with our tongue.
Mm-hmm.
But we got to learn not to do that. That tongue is a powerful weapon. So when we go off on anybody, them words gonna hurt worse than putting hands on somebody. So we got to learn how to use our tongue in its truth. Give me Proverbs 25 and 28, because we all have offended with our tongue. Who is one that hasn't? So as Israelites, we learning how to control our tongue and controlling our spirit, so that these people won't try to come label us nothing, label us something that we not. Read that up.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 25 and verse 28. Mm-hmm. He that hath no rule over his spirit is like a city that is broken down and without walls.
He that has no rule over his spirit is like a city that is broken down and without walls. Mm-hmm. Because if you can't control your spirit, man, you leave yourself wide open. Mm-hmm. Like that brother. That brother didn't control the spirit, man. And they took full advantage of that stuff.
Yeah.
That's what controlling your spirit is about. When them demons coming at you, mm-hmm. they trying to test your spirit. They trying to see if you're going to bend, if you're going to break, if you're going to fall, so they can get you. You got the spirit out. That tongue can get you out the spirit. And that's what they testing. He that has no rule over his own spirit, that's over your own tongue. Mm-hmm. It's like a city that is broken down and without walls. You have no protection. You're susceptible to anything. Mm-hmm. Anybody can say anything to you and you're going to get mad and you're going to jump off the heat. That's why people, a brother bump into a brother or look at each other too hard, they ready to fight. Mm-hmm. They can't control their spirit. You can't control your spirit from a brother looking at you. Mm-hmm. Oh, what this nigga mean mugging me for? What this nigga looking at? I'm finna see about this nigga. Because you can't control your spirit. So what he looking at you? We can't look at each other no more. Sisters, what that be looking at? What the heck? And this all on people. This ain't if somebody else looking at it.
These are on people.
Yeah,
exactly.
We angry with each other. Mm-hmm. That's why we got so much violence amongst each other. Because we angry with each other.
That's right.
Let's go to Sirach chapter 1 and verse 22. See, this is the thing right here. This scripture right here gonna break it down.
1 and 22.
Yes, sir.
Listen up, Israel. This is the book of Sirach, chapter 1 and verse 22. A furious man cannot be justified.
What did the Bible say?
A furious man cannot be justified.
Because a furious man and woman, once you done jumped off the deep end, who gonna justify you? They ain't trying to justify us. We may see it if a brother or sister got wrong in a department store, and we may see what happened, and we'd be like, yeah, that was dead wrong in the mud. Mm-hmm. But the rest of the people gonna be looking like, oh, there goes another angry black man, angry black woman. And they not finna justify you because they like to be meek, right. Act like they humble when they do they dirt. We direct about when we about to handle all.
That's right.
They want to act like they a victim. They've been and said something fly to you, threw your chains to you or something like that, some kind of disrespectful manner. And we take it as disrespect. And then I didn't even do nothing. Why is he yelling at me? Mm-hmm. You know exactly why. But once we get infuriated, now we can't be justified. Mm-hmm. And the Bible is telling us such. Read on.
A furious man cannot be justified, for the sway of his spirit shall be his destruction.
The sway of his spirit. Because every time you deal with a situation, you're going to get to yelling at somebody, cussing somebody out. Mm-hmm. That ain't going to help us in the society that we're living in. That ain't gonna help us by the way they're looking at us.
Right.
They gonna shut that thing down. Don't even want to talk no more. And if we feel like these people disrespecting us, they really gonna disrespect us. When they shut it down, they be like, "Well, this person was cussing me out." And then just think, if you was on the other end, would you want somebody cussing you out?
Right.
But you better be treating somebody right too. But yeah, it said, "A furious man cannot be justified, for the sway of his fury shall be his destruction." Read on up.
A patient man will bear for a time, and afterward joy shall spring up unto him.
A patient man shall bear for a time. And that's talking about the Israelites too. Because like Revelation 14:12 say, here's the patience of the saints. Here's the patience of the saints. If we be patient in any situation that we're dealing with and trust in the Most High God that He'll deal with it for us, He say, and afterwards joy shall spring up unto him. Because we try, okay, you want to try to, okay, I got you. You gonna do me wrong? This is what a patient person will do. Let me speak to your supervisor. What's corporate number? See, we call it doing white stuff. We ain't used to doing white stuff. I had to learn this in my older years. You know what? I'm about to call corporate. I ain't finna cuss these people out. Because if you cuss them out, then you call corporate, you ain't gonna be justified in when you telling them. Right. They say, well, the customer cussed us out. But if you don't, they can't say that.
That's right.
And then you call, and they gonna, sir, they did what, sir? Sir, okay, sir, let me get your number. We're gonna get back to you. We call that doing white stuff. But that's doing patient stuff. And then they call you back, sir, we're going to refund you all your money and give you a $50 gift certificate to come back to. We're sorry that happened.
And a lot of times when you tell them, like when you ask for that corporate number, you don't even make it that far. No. They clean that thing up immediately. Yeah. That's called the attitude adjustment. Yeah. You know what I mean?
And that's what we learned when being patient.
That's right.
But when we was younger, boy, I'm popping this thing. God, what you say? No. Letting them have it.
We understand we have a God that'll fight for us now.
That's the difference.
There's rewards in controlling your spirit.
That's the difference.
You know what I mean? So all praises to the Most High.
All praises to the Most High. That we learning how to conduct ourselves in a more royal way.
I used to be the world's worst at just reacting at the drop of a dime. That was one of the first things that the Most High started dealing with me with, cleaning up how quick I was to fly off the handle, and that's something that was hard for me because I'm a fighter. I was I had to fight for things all my life, and that was just the way I was brought up. But that thing had to be, the Most High had to break me down on that thing, and He did.
That's right. Let's get Proverbs 15:1. I'm the same way. It's a lot of us like that.
All praise. The book of Proverbs, chapter 15 and verse 1. A soft answer turneth away wrath, but grievous words stir up anger.
So like I said, when I went back into the store, I came with a more softer approach because they already looking at us to be a certain way as it is. Come with a softer approach. So the other person won't try to get an attitude. And they say, but grievous words stir up anger. So if I came with them grievous words, then this person get an attitude. Now we both get an attitude. Now ain't nothing finna be resolved. And I done been there too many times. Too many times. So trying it the other way, it does work better. So that's why I'm putting it out here to our people. We may be angry about the situation that's going on with us, but if we be wiser with the way we conduct ourselves, to turn these people from looking at us a certain way to looking at us as the godly people that we're supposed to be. Read verse 2 for me, y'all.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 15 and verse 2. The tongue of the wise useth knowledge.
What did the tongue of the wise do?
The tongue of the wise useth knowledge. All right.
The tongue of the wise uses just knowledge of the Most High God. These laws, statutes, commandments, the way to conduct ourselves. We use it upright. That's how we're supposed to use it, upright. that wise tongue, that righteous tongue, to make somebody change their whole attitude in dealing with you. Read on.
But the mouth of fools poured out foolishness.
What does the mouth of fools do?
The mouth of fools poured out foolishness.
Because when you go off, what's going to be coming out? Nothing but cuss word. Nothing but cuss word. You ain't going to be talking about no corporate, and you trying to handle this thing yourself.
Right.
That's what our whole thing is. We want to handle it right now on our own. We don't need no corporate. We ain't waiting on God. I'm finna handle this with you right now.
Ain't gonna get nothing accomplished, but you probably gonna wind up getting some probation or something. You gonna get killed.
You gonna get kicked out the store is what they gonna try to do. Security.
Praise.
Let's go to Proverbs 14 and 29.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 14 and verse 29. He that is slow to wrath is often great, is of great understanding.
See, that show you right there. When we slow to wrath, we are of great understanding. That's from learning what the Bible says. That's the only way I'm getting here, because it wasn't from the word. That means he that is slow to wrath is of great understanding. So that means before I was in this truth or understand these scriptures, I didn't have no understanding.
Zero.
I'm about to let you have it. What you say? MF? I'm about to let you have it.
Your mama.
Yeah. Now I'm getting understanding, and I'm being slow to wrath.
That's right.
Because I'm getting that understanding now. All praises to the Most High.
All praises.
Because we're supposed to put off that old man and that old woman anyway.
That's right.
If we still react in the same way to the same stuff, then we ain't changed. We are supposed to be wiser than everybody else.
That's right.
And we be wiser through these laws, statutes, and commandments.
That's right.
Read on.
He that is slow to wrath is of great understanding, but he that is hasty of spirit exalted folly.
Because when we don't control our spirit, we exalted folly. That's what all you doing. We let a situation get us confuddled, get our feathers ruffled, we finna exhort folly. Instead of, oh, this person said this person did this. All right, I'm finna counteract them with a more wiser approach. Because I know you trying to make me angry. I know you trying to get me out the spirit. Because that's the only thing you got to be trying to do, acting like this. Because as black people, we experience a whole lot of disrespect. And as black people, we want to try to deal with that disrespect right there on the spot. We tired of being disrespected.
That's right.
And it ain't that we gonna let somebody disrespect us, but we gonna catch you way better than what we was able to do on our own. Because we gonna be wiser on our own.
That's right. The definition for folly is lack of good sense, foolishness.
Lack of good sense, foolishness. If you don't even know who you are, you sure don't lack no sense.
That's right.
So that's why we're going on. And that's why they say, if I get this black person mad, that angry black man,
they already know what we're going to do.
Yeah, they already know what we're going to do.
They know we ain't going to stop.
And they're going to sit there act like a victim. Oh, why is he going off on me like that?
He threatened me.
Yeah, that's why the police favorite thing to say when they shoot a brother is I was in fear of my life. Oh, he did a threatening motion. But it's mighty strange that they can decipher all these Edomites that they arrest. They can control themselves from killing them when they do the exact same thing.
Right.
When they resist arrest or pull machetes or guns, they can resist the urge to pull the trigger. But for some reason, when a black man is unarmed, they can't resist the urge. Oh, he turned in a threatening manner. That lets you know that we got to change.
That's right.
Like the class we did last week, you can't change the devil. We can only change ourselves. So that's why we got to change to come back to God's law, statutes, and commandments. These people is not going to change. They going to always be like this until the Lord destroys.
That's right.
Let's go to Proverbs 12 and 16.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 12 and verse 16. A fool's wrath is presently known, but a prudent man covereth shame.
A fool's wrath is presently known, because we ain't gonna hide that thing, man. you know when we mad,
We
we wear our heart on our sleeve, boy.
mm-hmm.
You know when we angry. Sister's gonna come in like Miss Sophia.
Mm-hmm.
And we gonna come in like Mister. And people gonna know when we mad. What you say? They gonna see it on our face, on our countenance. They gonna see it in the way we walking. We might knock something off the counter.
Mm-hmm.
We can't, but what it say? A fool's wrath is presently known. So that show you when we was acting how we was acting, that we was acting like some fools, man. We was acting like some dang fools. And then ain't even understand that this is how they programmed us to act.
Yep, that's right.
Because we clearly going against the Bible and the way the Bible say to handle things. So we was doing just like they programmed us to act. But we gonna change that thing. But it say a prudent man covers shame. That means you gonna control your spirit. You ain't just even finna let them know that you will let them know you upset, but you ain't finna let them know you to the point where you ready to kill them.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Because a lot of times it ain't as serious as ready to kill somebody. It's just you just that mad. A lot of times you can handle this thing in another way, but we just be that angry. So it say a fool's wrath is presently known. A wise man gonna be like, okay, yeah, I got you. Let me now watch this. Oh, that's what you're gonna do. Now watch my next move. Because we thinking.
Mm-hmm.
We finna play chess instead of checkers. Showing our hand right then is playing checkers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, we got him. He's angry.
Mm-hmm.
You let him, but I bet you this. You let him know I ain't in a position I'm in a better position than that.
Mm-hmm.
So when they look petty stuff, it ain't even that serious, but I ain't gonna let you get away with it. Yeah, I could walk away, but I'm gonna have to put them people on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to put my God on. They don't understand that. They don't understand when you say I'm gonna put my God on. Yeah, I'm gonna put the man that I work for on. He say vengeance is his. Yeah, they don't understand when you get on that level with it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Let's go to Proverbs 29 and 11.
The book of Proverbs, chapter
Where that Proverbs at?
right there. Chapter 29 and verse 11. A fool uttereth all his mind.
What do black people do?
A fool uttereth all his mind.
What do angry black men and angry black women do?
A fool uttereth all his mind.
A fool uttereth all his mind. You say what you gonna do, what you gonna do to his mama, what you gonna do to his brother, what you gonna do to his children. Man, I'm gonna kill everybody up in here. Man, how many times we done heard a fool say, man, I'm gonna come back and shoot this place up. So you just played all your hand in. You're supposed to build up to that, but you just already showed your whole hand. Because now what can you do worse than killing somebody?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
A fool, and once again, it's a fool.
Mm-hmm.
Utter all his mind. But what up?
But a wise man.
But a fool?
A wise man keepeth it until afterwards.
A wise man gonna keep it to himself. A wise man ain't gonna say everything that he gonna do. Or everything he feel right there. That's playing chess.
Mm-hmm.
That's because you'll have them wonder. Because it's the thing. If we don't react the way they think we gonna react, now they don't even know what to think.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know what's gonna happen next. I couldn't get them angry. Now I don't even know what to think.
Mm-hmm.
Now they really gonna be scared. Because what they only hand they tried to play was to get you angry. It didn't work. Because when they get you angry, then they want to say, I'm gonna call the police.
Mm-hmm.
That's all they want to do. Get you angry so they can call the police. Or try to use some kind of force against you. But when that don't work, now they can't do nothing. Like I seen a video today. This dude in McKinney, he was a little weak to me. I probably would threw this whole class out the window. The dude got cut off by this Edomite with a trailer on his truck. And then the Edomite get out the car. The dude filming, the Edomite get out his truck. And he take off his shirt and run up on him. So first he tried to scare him. But the scaring didn't work. But then he headbutted the black dude. Now see, that's where it would have been out this whole class out the window. He headbutted him. See, look, this dude's softer than me. But he kept filming. And then now the Edomite, since that didn't work, now you talking noise to him. Now the dude not getting angry though. He just telling him, yeah, but he practiced patience. He said, yeah, I got you, I got you. The Edomite, now he gets on the phone and calls 911 and commits to lying his ass off. Now he talking about old dude threatening him. He touched his trailer. He just a lion. Dude never got mad. And then the police came. He like, yeah, nah, I got you. The police here. Sir, he did this and this and this. Mm-hmm. Now, the way he handled it, it would not have been the way I handled it because he wanted the police to come. And the Edomite that came looked like just like the other Edomite that was he got in a confrontation with. So I wouldn't have been trying to call the police because he didn't act like he was much interested. But the black dude swear that his savior came. But just to show you, he didn't. I would have handled it a little bit differently, but he held his peace. He had patience. Now I ain't sure what happened after the police came. I guess he went to jail or whatever, but he did practice patience, and he didn't act like an angry black man. The white dude acted like an angry Edomite, and he ended up going to jail. Just to show you, he flipped the script. Yeah. Now, like I said, I probably would have handled it differently, and I probably would have been going to jail because that dude would have headbutted me and got out the truck the way he did. Y'all would have had to bail me out because that cracker had lost his mind. But yeah, but we got to handle situations differently. I'm gonna be leaning on my God rather than leaning on the police. So I'm gonna put all that patience that dude had. I would have put it in the Lord to get me out of the situation after this dude ran up on me the way he did. But the Lord know who he dealing with. I ain't had these problems. I hope not to have them problems because I'm not the type of brothers that, sir, yes, I need 911 out here quickly. No, my phone don't barely call that number like that. So I can't even promise it's going to go down like that.
You don't call 911?
No, I don't call now. Not unless I'm forced to. Sirach 14-1. Yeah.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 14 and verse 1. Blessed is the man that had not slipped with his mouth.
What did the Bible say?
Blessed is the man that had not slipped with his mouth.
Now we know it ain't a man that haven't slipped with his mouth, but the Lord said, blessed is the man that has not slipped with his mouth. So if it's anybody out here who has not slipped with his mouth, all praises. Because the Bible say, blessed is the man that has not slipped with his mouth. Mm-hmm. Read on.
And is not pricked with the multitudes of sins.
And it's not pricked with the multitude of sins because he's controlling his spirit. He's controlling his tongue or sheep. Because and we can get to that point where we ain't doing that no more. Control your mouth. Watch what you say. Backbiting and murmuring and things of that nature. So we can do these things. We can be blessed by not letting our tongue slip. And that's what we're supposed to be building up to. That's what we're supposed to be growing into. People that's not just letting anything fly out their mouth. I know it's cute when Uncle Elroy just let anything fly out his mouth. Oh, he's hilarious. Yeah, we all got some of those. But what did the Bible say? He a fool.
That's right.
He a fool. Because the most serious of elders ain't finna be doing that. You're gonna be trying to wonder what's on their mind. Dang, such and such ain't saying nothing in a while. And when he do open his mouth, it ain't nothing foolish.
And you know what? Like when I was younger, I used to fight all the time. You know, it was just a hobby. fighting was just a hobby. You know, that's just the way it was. But probably 80% of the fights that I had, they could have been avoided by me simply just closing my mouth.
Yeah.
Sometimes people just talk too much.
Yeah.
You know, so
that's true. Because I like to say, a lot of our people that's homeless, they may be on drugs, they may be alcoholics, but I believe the main reason why they homeless is because they can't shut their mouth. Because I've seen too many instances on my own where, yeah, they on drugs, yeah, they homeless, but they getting checked and they got somewhere to stay. But the reason why they get kicked out of where they got to stay is because they cannot shut up. That tongue, man. That's why a lot of people homeless. They don't know how to be quiet. Because somebody can deal with somebody who humble.
That's right.
Somebody can deal with somebody who, their brother sitting over there in the corner, he quiet in the mud. I forgot he was here. But somebody who can't shut up, who don't have nothing, that's black people in general. We don't own nothing, but we the proudest people out here. We can't stop this right here. We got to say something back instead of sitting back and observing the situation. Now we got to do this. No wonder we at the bottom. Just like the people who are homeless, we homeless. We ain't got no home. Why? I bet you we go through these scriptures, we gonna see because Israel couldn't shut their damn mouth.
Yeah. Like, you know, like the brother we was dealing with, that young brother we was dealing with yesterday at camp. This young brother was so humble, and he sit there and he knew he was Israel, but he knew it was something else required. And he sit right there and he took that medicine for about 30 minutes, and he was even patient enough while Maccabees was dealing with the Issachar now. But most people that come up there, they want to run their mouth. They want to run their mouth and don't know nothing.
That's the whole thing. How can you run your mouth and don't know nothing?
Don't know nothing.
You can't even substantiate the stuff you think you know.
Yeah.
Where's the proof of what you think you know? A lot of people got pride on them, man. But let's go to James 1:19 and see what the Lord told us to do. I love this scripture right here because we all have to practice this.
The book of James, chapter 1 and verse 19. Wherefore, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear.
What we need to do, what?
Be swift to hear.
We need to be swift to hear.
That's right.
That's in our relationships. That's in our families. That's what people we working with. That's in every aspect of our life. Because a lot of times somebody say something and we may hear it a certain way, but that ain't the way they meant it. But we may be feeling a certain way, and you might be ready for the stuff. And that person say something and they didn't even, and like with your wife, we maybe already be amped up. The other person say something, and you're like, I know she didn't just say that. But when you examine the situation, she didn't, because you done been in that situation before. That you done said something and she took it the wrong way. You're like, I didn't even mean it like that.
Right.
And then you tell her the same thing. Say, did you just say what I said? No, I said this and this. I didn't mean it like that. But if you, I done been in a situation where you already amped up, person say something, you ready for the stuff, they didn't even mean it like that, and you done went off. And they like, say, why you going off on me? Say, you said this. No, I didn't say it like that. I said this. Oh, because we wasn't swift to hear. We want to hear what we want to hear. We so bad, we don't even want to give the other person the benefit of the doubt anymore. Yeah, it's supposed to be our closest people.
Yeah.
We don't want to give brothers the benefit of the doubt. I know that nigga said it. What? Hey, you know, let me explain. We ain't swift to hear. We too quick to talk. Or when we in a supposed to be in dialogue with one another, and we got it bad with our people. Try to dialogue with them. You can clearly see this person ain't listening to nothing you say. See, we gotta listen to what they saying,
right?
So we can rebuttal that. You saying whatever you said through the scriptures, they not. You can say,
Hey,
start talking to somebody else.
They look down at their phone.
Be on their phone.
How can you understand? How can I understand what you're saying? And paying, it's clear I'm not paying attention. I'm looking at my phone. But this is valuable information you're trying to give me. That's how people are.
We're not swift to hear. Read on. 19.
Let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak.
Slow to what?
Slow to speak. Slow to wrath.
Slow to wrath. We got to be slow to speak. Slow to wrath. Slow to get angry. Especially being in this truth. We had our moments of being angry every day. Now we understand. Why are we still being angry? Like waking up angry. Yeah, we overall angry. But every aspect, we know the white man is the devil. We know how people curse. We know they ain't got no sense. So why we gonna keep being angry every day? About the same stuff we already know that's not gonna change. We start dealing with it differently. It's what we supposed to do. Read 20.
For the wrath of man worketh not the righteousness of God.
See, that's the thing. Once we got wrath in us, we not thinking about no laws. You is finna go against the laws. You going against the laws. Because once you got wrath in, you finna say something and you ready to do something. And that thing that you gonna do is definitely gonna break a law. Because Christ told us to forgive each other 7 times 7 and even more. But what we gonna, once we got wrath on it, you don't care what nobody say. Nobody better get in your way. You finna tell this person how you feel. You gonna put your hands on this person, and anybody get in it, gonna get it too. That's just how we be feeling. And then tell me this, Mama Ra, women sure don't care about the consequences. Because we get to the point where we don't care about the consequences. And you be like, man, I don't care. Okay, because we ain't thinking. We ain't thinking about this one moment, like the brother that got killed. This one moment gonna change your life forever, or you gonna lose your life. When if you were smarter, hold up, man. These laws is around me.
Yeah.
You know, you gonna try to hold your rights up. But see, I understand. If I go out, I ain't got no heads of protection. So if I don't cooperate with these people, they gonna do whatever they able to do because the Lord ain't protecting me. Because I'm going against God. You know what I'm saying? That's what we understand as Israelites. That brother didn't know that. That's why we got to come back to our Bible. Right? Because if that brother would have knew that and he slipped up and he'd say he was intoxicated and he was in that parking lot and the police rolled up on him, he would have knew to go ahead and be cooperative with these people. Because you in the hands of some damn lions right now. And you want them to go ahead and get you to the jail and get up out of their custody. Because that's what you know. I'm in the hands of some lions. Give me 1 Peter 5:8 right quick. If this brother knew who he was, he knew this right here. Sorry, 6.
1 Peter 5:6. The book of 1 Peter, chapter 5, and verse 6. Humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of God.
So first thing he would have knew that we need to humble ourselves under the mighty hand of the Most High God. We humble ourselves under him, we ain't got to worry about everybody else. Read on.
That he may exalt you in due time.
And not when?
In due time.
He didn't say right now. He said in due time he gonna exalt us.
That's right.
Read on.
Casting all your care upon him, for he cared for you.
So we can cast all our care and not be stressing. Cast it upon the Most High, because he the one gonna care for us. Read on.
Be sober.
What was his brother should have been?
Be sober.
What that brother should have been?
Be sober.
Be sober. Read on.
Be vigilant.
Because if you sober, you can be vigilant.
Mm-hmm.
You can be aware. You can be focused, and you wouldn't have been parked in no parking lot.
Teach.
Drunk in the car.
That's right.
So they can roll up on you. Read on.
Because your adversary.
Because who?
Because your adversary.
If his brother was in the truth, he would have knew. Because his adversary, what?
The devil.
The who?
The devil.
What did he do?
As a roaring lion, walking about, seeking whom he may devour.
When you were sheep of the Most High God, and you out here in a parking lot sleep,
Mm-hmm.
and these roaring lions rolling up, flashing their lights everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
People call them. I see a Negro in the car sleep. I don't know what he up to.
Yep.
And them roaring lions already rolling around looking.
Mm-hmm.
And they get a call to come up to you, and you not sober. So you're not vigilant because you're doing this right here.
Mm-hmm.
You not thinking, if I fight these mothers right now, then I could lose my life.
Mm-hmm. And then he was doing, so he done something that he was putting it on them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He was throwing them all over there, and I knew he was going to get killed. You know, you can be walking down the street not doing nothing and get killed.
Yeah.
So if you whooping them, he was putting them hands on.
Like, what you finna do? What's your end game after you whooped? That's the whole thing. All right, you fighting them. What's the end game?
Yeah, yeah.
Ain't no end game because it's gonna be more police come.
Yeah, a grove of them.
So you fighting, no end game. This is what we talking about, people. Our people need to understand the words of this Bible that is talking to us.
That's right.
This ain't talking about no white man.
That's right.
He ain't, the roaring lion ain't seeking to devour him.
That's right.
This ain't talking about no Asian man.
Mm-hmm.
The roaring lion here ain't seeking to devour him. They can distinguish clearly between Africans and Negroes around here.
That's right.
So ain't no roaring lion seeking to devour them. This is clearly talking to you blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. Clearly. So if we adhere to the words of this Bible, man, we won't have these problems that our people is facing. But as long as our people is outside of protection of the Most High God, we're going to have these problems.
Mm-hmm.
Go to Ecclesiastes 7:7 again. We're going to read down a little bit on it. I thank the Most High for waking me up to this truth.
All praise to the Most High.
Because the understanding of what's going on here is so clear.
Crystal
clear.
Mm-hmm. 7:7.
Yes, sir.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 7 and verse 7. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad.
Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad. But we seen when we acting out of wrath, we not wise, we being fools.
That's right.
You know?
And a gift destroyeth the heart.
A gift, you accept anything from this country, it'll destroy your heart.
Mm-hmm.
Then you'll run around here thinking all white folks ain't bad. You'll be running around here thinking America is great again. You'll be running around here saying God love everybody. If you get a gift from this place,
that's right.
It's gonna destroy your heart. Read on.
Better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof.
Boy, our people better understand that. Better is the end of things than the beginning of thereof. Better is the end of this captivity. Better is the end of this life to go into the next life, this eternal life.
Mm.
Better is the end of this country to bring forth the new country that's gonna run this place, the new Jerusalem, man. That's what it's talking about. We thinking it's better when you come up, you a baby.
Mm-hmm.
No, you just beginning the sorrow of being in this place.
Mm.
You just beginning your time here.
Mm.
Whatever time the Lord gave you to serve.
Yeah. Yeah.
But when you end, then you getting closer back to the Most High, especially when you're in the spirit and in the truth.
All praises.
You're trying to get back to the Most High.
That's right.
So it's better the end of a thing than the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Read on.
And the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit.
And he said the patient in spirit, the ones that can control their spirit, is better than the ones that's proud in spirit. I know I'm an Israelite. Running around here just talking stuff because you're an Israelite. But when you know you're an Israelite and you be quiet and you hold your peace, and then you strike when you got to with them scriptures, because you patient.
That's right.
And you waiting to react, rather to react than just to react. Read on.
Be not hasty in thy spirit to be angry.
Be not hasty in thy spirit to be angry.
For anger rested in the bosom of fools.
Boy, it keep coming back around to being foolish when we in wrath and when we angry. It keep coming right back around, man. There's no way of getting around it. So the Lord is telling us, in that angry Negro state, that angry nigga state, that real nigga state that we be in, we some damn fools. That's what I learned. I was a damn fool. So when we hold our peace and be humble and handle the situation, we get way further than being angry. Let's get Ephesians chapter 4 and verse 26. Let's get some more on that. And that's why we stress staying in the spirit when we get camped. Staying in the spirit in your life. Because everybody, what you come to find out, everybody trying to get you out the spirit. Everybody that's not in the spirit is trying to get you out the spirit. Ephesians ran away. That's after Galatians, after 2 Corinthians.
The book of Ephesians, chapter. What we want for? Galatians.
Ephesians. Go back to it. No, the other way. It's after Galatians. Ephesians chapter 4. There you go.
Ephesians what?
20, chapter 4 and verse 26.
The book of Ephesians, chapter 4 and verse 26. Be ye angry and sin not.
What did the Bible say?
Be ye angry and sin not.
So the Lord said, be ye angry. Be angry about the situation that's going on with us, that we the one putting it on ourselves because we're going against the Most High God. Be angry at ourselves for that. But sin not.
Mm-hmm.
Be angry that the white man killing us in the streets. But sin not. Because remember, we are in captivity.
That's right.
And most of our people is bringing this on themselves. Yeah, it's innocent people getting killed. It definitely is. What's the sister Jefferson? Out there in Fort Worth?
Tashiana Jefferson.
Yeah. Police shooting her in her house. Definitely innocent.
Mm-hmm.
But see, the Most High kills and he makes alive. And we don't know what's going on with our people.
Mm-hmm.
That's not in this truth, man.
That's right.
The Most High is putting down judgment.
Mm-hmm.
So the best way to avoid judgment is to be on his good side.
Mm-hmm.
Is to be obedient.
To the naked eye, she looked like they looked innocent, didn't they?
Yeah.
They just went out there and shot her, but we don't know how sister was living.
According to God.
According to God. That's right.
Now in this world, innocent.
And this the only thing count right here.
This is the only thing count.
Yeah.
So, but we know if our people come over here to this side,
Mm-hmm.
that them problems that we facing in the world, we gonna have problems. Matter of fact, hold that. Go back to Peter's.
Peter.
Yeah. Peter's 5 and 9.
First Peter 5 and 9.
Yeah.
The book of First Peter, chapter 5 and verse 9. Whom resist steadfast in the faith, knowing that the same afflictions are accomplished in your brethren that are in the world.
So we understand that the same afflictions is going to happen to our brethren and sister in the world.
Mm-hmm.
That'll happen to us. But the difference is, read on that.
But the God of all grace, whom had called us unto his eternal glory by Christ Jesus, after that ye have suffered a while.
After we did what?
Have suffered a while, make you perfect.
Make us what?
Make you perfect. Establish, strengthen, settle you.
He's going to make us perfect. He's going to establish us and strengthen us and settle us.
That's right.
When we come through these afflictions.
Mm-hmm.
But as long as we doing his work, he's going to protect us, man.
That's right.
We'll be able to walk through that fire like Daniel.
Mm-hmm.
Like the 3 Hebrew boys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're going to be in the fire, but can you walk through the fire?
You'll be in the fire, but you won't be consumed by the flames.
Exactly. Yeah, we walk in the fire all the time.
That's right.
We done been surrounded by police.
That's right.
But we ain't got consumed by the flames. We done walked in the middle of the protesters, right at 100 feet from the police, but we didn't get consumed by the flames.
Mm-hmm.
We understand this because we ready to go to war for the Most High God.
Mm-hmm.
But when you out here naked, ain't doing his will, ain't covering yourself in his laws, statutes, commandments, you susceptible to anything, man.
That's right.
Let's go back to Ephesians.
The book of Ephesians, chapter 5 and verse 4. Back
4 and 26.
Chapter 4 and verse 26. Be ye angry and sin not. Let not the sun go down upon your wrath.
And that's important for all of us. You angry, don't let the sun go down on your wrath. Because when you start a new day, you need to start it fresh. You don't need to be angry about the same stuff you was angry about the day before. You need to start your day off better. Read on.
Neither give place to the devil.
Because you're going to give place to the devil. Because if you go to sleep angry, and you wake up angry, that means that you was doing this right here. You're giving place to the devil. Let's go to Micah 2:1. You're going to give place to the devil. That means you went to sleep angry. You was angry that day before. You went to sleep angry and you woke up angry. Giving place to the devil. Read that.
The book of Micah, chapter 2 and verse 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it.
They do what?
They practice it because it is in the power of their hand.
Because if you done went to sleep angry and you woke up angry, that means you was thinking about this thing when you went to sleep. So what was you thinking about? What you gonna do to him? Yeah, what else could you be thinking about?
That's it.
So you devising evil on your bed.
That's right.
Come on, man. That's giving place to the devil. That's giving place to the devil. Let's go to Psalms 37 and 5.
The book of Psalms, chapter 37 and verse 5. Commit thy way unto the Lord.
Do what?
Commit thy way unto the Lord.
We got to commit our way unto the Lord. We got to stop walking in the way that we feel fit, leaning on our own understanding. Read on.
Trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass.
If we trust in him, that no matter what problem that we'd have had, that he gonna take care of it. Believe you me, he's gonna bring it to pass. Because the Lord is not a man that he should lie. But the only way you gonna understand this if you come on this side and do his will, and see that he fulfilled his promises. See that he fulfilled the things that he said he was gonna do.
Right.
You will never understand if you don't do what he told us to do. Read on up.
And he shall bring forth thy righteousness as the light, and thy judgment as the noonday. Rest in the Lord and wait patiently for him.
What?
Rest in the Lord and wait patiently for him.
We gotta wait patiently for the Lord. We can't want him to move when we want him to. We under his control. He control everything. He gonna do it how he feel fit.
That's right.
And it ain't never gonna be how we think it's gonna go. Read on.
Fret not thyself because of him who prospered in his way.
Don't worry about him that's prospering in his way, and you feel like it ain't going the way that you want it to go. Read on.
Because of the man who bringeth wicked devices to pass. Cease from anger.
Do what?
Cease from anger and forsake wrath. Fret not thyself in any wise to do evil, for evildoers shall be cut off.
What did the Bible say?
For evildoers shall be cut off.
So if we going to do evil because we angry, because we in our wrath, the Lord said evildoers going to be cut off because we not trusting in the Most High. We want to handle it ourselves.
That's right.
Which going to make us break the law, statutes, commandments, which going to make us be considered wicked and evil to the Most High God. Read on.
But those that wait upon the Lord, they shall inherit the earth.
What we going to inherit out?
Shall inherit the earth.
So the key to this class is patience and not being in wrath. Patience, and we can get everything. You be in wrath to be hasty, to be angry.
That's right.
You're going to lose everything. That's why it's paramount that we strip this angry black man, angry black woman stereotype off of us. Yeah, we angry. Yeah, we ready to do something. But we have to wait for the Most High and his son Yahweh. That's what the scriptures say. Let's get Proverbs 10 and 18.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 10 and verse 18. He that hideth hatred with lying lips, and he that uttered a slander is a fool.
He that hideth hatred with lying lips, and he that utter a slander is a fool. Like when we going out.
Mm-hmm.
Look how I keep going back to when you think about that angry black man, angry black woman.
Mm-hmm.
The scriptures keep saying we are fools when we act like that. Read on.
In the multitude of words, there wanted not sin, but he that refrained his lips is wise.
But he that do what up?
But he that refrained his lips is wise.
If we refrain our lips, we are considered wise. If we let our mouth run, we are considered fools.
Mm-hmm.
Read on.
The tongue of the just is as the choice silver.
The tongue of the just is as choice silver. When we use our words properly, when we use our words accordingly, when we speak in season and out of season in a proper manner, it say the tongue of the just is a choice silver. Read on.
The heart of the wicked is little worth.
Read on.
The lips of the righteousness feed many, but fools die for want of wisdom.
Fools die for want of wisdom because they can't shut their dang mouth. How you get the wisdom if you too busy talking? Like we talked about earlier. You can't get the wisdom.
That's right.
Because you too busy running your mouth. You can't hear the words of the Bible when it's getting read because you won't be quiet. And the Bible just keep showing us, man. All praise to the Most High.
All praise.
Let us not be fools out here in this world that we in, where they want to try to make us into fools. Enough of our people are already fools out here.
That's right.
Marching with the white man and the white woman, thinking they gonna save them. That's foolish enough right there. Let's go to James 3:5. James chapter 3 and verse 5.
The book of James, chapter 3 and verse 5. Even so, the tongue is a little member and boasted great things. Behold, how great a matter a little fire kindleth.
What? Because we can make a situation that's small grow into a forest fire when we won't be quiet. Say you trying to get to your wife, say, honey, be quiet. She popping off. Honey, be quiet. Just making the other person who she talking that mess to, you trying to handle the situation. She won't be quiet. This other person getting aggravated. Now you finna have to fight. Because somebody won't be quiet for a minute to talk this thing out like me. That thing, that little fire, how great a matter a little fire kindle. Read on.
And the tongue is a fire, a world of iniquity. So is the tongue among our members, that it defileth the whole body and set it on fire, the course of nature. And it is set on fire of hell.
It's set on fire of what?
Of hell.
What is mouthpiece? In our relationships, that mouthpiece, man. A lot of our sisters can't get a man because of that mouthpiece. A lot of men can't keep a job because of that mouthpiece. Because that little fire kindled a whole forest fire. True, because we need to control that mouthpiece, man.
That's right.
Let's see, keep reading.
For every kind of beast and of bird and of serpents and of things in the sea is tame.
Is what?
Is tame.
All kinds of beasts and birds and serpents of things of the sea is tame. You want to know why they tame? Because they can't talk.
Right.
They can't talk. Yeah, they
right.
can do a lot of things to you, but they can't talk.
That's right.
You got to get in the water with the shark for the shark to bite you. So you got to take steps to that. You can just walk by somebody and it's a problem, and it's on and popping with that mouthpiece. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You got to go to the Africa with the lions for them to bite you. But you can just run into any person, and it's going to be on and popping. But because they tame, you can see the lion way over there. It may roar and everything. Monkeys may ooh, ooh, ah, ah. But one thing they can't do is talk some noise to you.
They can't mess with us up here. We got to go to the Serengeti.
You got to go to them.
We got to go to the Serengeti.
Yeah. They tamed in that matter. Read on.
And had been tamed of mankind.
Yeah, we can tame them.
That's right.
We can get them to do pretty much whatever we want them to do. Read on.
But the tongue can no man tame. Wow.
Sisters, that's why we be talking about that mouthpiece. And man can't tame that mouthpiece. We can't tame it. What the Bible say, y'all?
But the tongue can no man tame. It is an unruly evil.
It is a what?
Unruly evil.
Read on.
Full of deadly poison.
Boy, if we can get this mouthpiece together, we can fix world hunger, homelessness, and relationships all in one foul swoop. If people can shut their dang mouth, man. If people, at least if you gonna talk, say something righteous.
Yeah.
But what we hearing, when you get angry and let that wrath out, ain't no righteousness coming out. People say that children say the darndest thing. Shoot, people say the darndest thing.
Not to mention that Matthew 12:36 said, man gonna have to give an account to every idle word that they speak. That's boy. That's another reason why you need to shut your mouth sometimes. You're being judged on everything that you speak. If it ain't coming out of this, if it don't run in collaboration with this right here, you're in violation.
I ain't hear the Lord say you got a right to remain silent. Anything you say, may. Not may. It will be used against you in the court of law.
That's right.
Every idle word.
Every idle word.
Go to Proverbs 21 and 23.
The book of Proverbs 21 and 23.
Yes, sir.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 21 and verse 23. Whoso keepeth his mouth.
Whoso what?
Whoso keepeth his mouth.
Whoso shut his mouth.
Whoso keepeth his mouth, and his tongue keepeth his soul from troubles.
That's used right there. Whoso keepeth his mouth shut, keepeth his soul from troubles. Because you're gonna avoid a whole lot of mess if you keep your mouth shut. Like I said, he would have been out of a whole lot of fights if he would have been quiet. I would have been out of a whole lot of trouble if sometimes I would have been quiet. All of us. Been in some mumble some stuff under your breath, your daddy walked up, what you say, boy? Just mumbling, trying to say some fly stuff. About to get beat down. Yeah. That's the same thing in this world, man. Whoso keepeth his mouth and his tongue keepeth his soul from trouble. True statement. Let's go to Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 8 and verse 12. These are definitely words of wisdom, man. I don't know how nobody can even come out their mouth and say the Bible ain't real. You can't tell me if you kept your mouth shut, you would stay out of trouble.
Give me that again.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 8 and verse 12.
8 and 12. The book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 8 and verse 12. When I hold my tongue, they shall bind my leisure, and when I speak, they shall give good ear unto me. If I talk much, they shall lay their hands upon their mouth. Moreover, by the means of her, I shall obtain immortality and leave behind me an everlasting memorial.
Scratch that. Give me Sirach 6 and 5.
Sirach 6 and 5.
I think I'm up to that. Yeah, okay. That's enough, man. Sirach 6 and 5.
The book of Sirach, chapter 6 and verse 5. Sweet language will multiply friends.
What are you talking to somebody like you got some sense to do?
Sweet language will multiply friends.
But when you talking to people crazy, ain't nobody even gonna want to deal with you. But you got sweet language, meaning you know how to speak to people. You get further. Like how many of us have had supervisors that didn't know how to speak to people? You about to destroy this whole department because you don't know how to act. But how many of us have had a supervisor that came at you correctly and you willing to do whatever for them because they know how to talk to you? Dang, that's 2 words right there, Rito.
And a prayer speaking and a prayer speaking tongue will increase kind greetings.
And if you know how to talk to people, know how to greet people, know how to treat people, it will increase the kind greetings. People will be happy to see you, man. But when you don't know how to talk to nobody, don't nobody want to deal with you at all. You bring the party down when you step in there when you don't know how to treat people. But when you got that person that got that good spirit, that got them kind, sweet words, you happy to see them. Like Mama Mariah. We always happy to see Mama Mariah.
Always.
Always.
brother walk in the building, brothers be like, oh man, here he come. Here she go.
Let's get Sirach 20 and 5. Sirach 20 and 5.
The book of Sirach, chapter 20 and verse 5. There is one that keepeth silence and is found wise, and another by much babbling becometh hateful.
There's one that keepeth silence, which means he know when to speak in season. And you consider wise. You found wise when you do that. You are wise. It's even people who ain't in the truth who don't say much, but you can't do nothing but inquire about the people because it's like, dang, I don't talk that much.
You ain't got no kind of read, no.
No. But when they speak, oh, this brother know what he's talking about. That's how you'd rather be. So when you do speak, people want to hear what you got to say. Say there is one that keepeth silent and is found wise, and another by much babbling becomes hateful. Okay, they talking too much. I'm telling you, that's why a lot of the people are homeless. People get tired of their mess. And you ain't got nothing. That's the whole thing. You need to be the main person being quiet if you ain't got a dang thing.
You remember the day we was downtown shooting the video clips, and the brother came up to it, looked like he had his house on his back.
Yeah.
You remember how much he was talking?
Yep.
He was just talking. He could open up this business, and I got an app coming out, and this and that. And this. As soon as we open up the Bible, he just went retarded. He was over there talking to himself.
Yep.
He was still talking, but he was talking to himself.
That's who you gonna be talking to. You don't know how to be quiet. You know.
Some man holdeth his tongue because he hate not to answer.
Some people hold their tongue because they don't know what to say, which that's good too. Don't just say no anything if you don't know what to say. Read on.
And some keep it silence, knowing his time.
Some keep silence, knowing I'm gonna speak when it's time for me to say something. That's being wise right there. Read on.
A wise man will hold his tongue till he see opportunity.
Opportunity. Not just bust in, start blurting in, and just start talking. When you having a dialogue with somebody, you go back and forth. You let that man speak, then he let you speak.
Yeah.
Then y'all get an understanding of each other.
Right.
That's two wise men having a conversation. But when you a dang fool, you won't even let this person finish for you trying to say whatever you saying. Then whatever you saying don't even make no sense. But you anxious to say this. Read on.
But a babbler and a fool will regard no time.
Because they're going to cut you off in the middle of your speech. They're not going to let you finish. They don't want to hear what you got to say, but they want to tell you about some Egyptology. They want to tell you about some Islam they ain't even practicing. They want to tell you about white Jesus and how to love everybody. But they don't even know who they are. That's a babbler and a fool that don't know the time. Let's get Sirach. Oh, that's my last one. That's my last one. Okay. Let me find the law right quick, y'all. I don't know why they ain't over there. Say something, Mike. Got something to say? But yeah, man, we have to learn how to control our spirits out here in this world, especially knowing who we are now. We already targets as it is. We already got enemies out here that's coming against us. So we need to understand when to speak in season and out of season, man. We can't go about just saying anything, saying it anyway, because first of all, we supposed to be a light. We supposed to let our light shine. We ain't just supposed to just let it fly off the deep end. We supposed to be more controlled, poised people. And that show the wisdom that we have when we do that. I think I'm gonna go with Ephesians 4:29. Let's get the law. Ephesians 4:29.
The book of Ephesians, chapter 4 and verse 29.
And we tell everybody to keep God's laws, statutes, and commandments. We practice keeping God's laws, statutes, and commandments. So we got to bring out God's laws, statutes, and commandments. Read that up.
Let no corrupt communication proceed out of your mouth, but that which is good to the use of edifying, that it may minister grace unto hearers.
So the Lord said, let no corrupt let no corrupt communication proceed out of your mouth. Don't let anything just fly out of your mouth. Don't just talk to everybody any kind of way. Become more wiser with your tongue. Learn how we need to speak to each other and learn how to conduct our business when somebody trying to come at us the wrong way. Trust in the Most High God and lean on Him to handle these problems that we got, because He's going to handle it way better than we can even imagine to handle. We want to thank everybody for getting into the GoFundMe, for supporting the movement. Share and like our videos. Let's get our people woken up, man, so Mashiach Yahushua can come back with the 144,000 and get us out of this captivity, man. And with that, we want to say shalom.
Shalom.